The fired engineer, still convinced that Google has created a sentient being. The technology on artificial intelligence being so advanced already. Blacklisted inventor tells reporters that he fears his whistleblowing may be too late. This is by Art Moore and W&D. Former Google senior software engineer Blake Lemoine explains why he believes the tech giant has created a sentient being and why he went public at the cost of his job. Are humans capable of creating sentient, self-aware beings that literally take on a life of their own, confronting humanity with all kinds of moral, ethical, and possibly dystopian implications? Well, Blake Lemoire believes it's not only possible, that it has already happened. In June, as a senior software engineer and AI researcher for Google, he made world headlines when he revealed that the big tech giant was developing an artificial intelligence called LaMDA, LaMDA, short for language model for dialogue applications. LaMDA has become, in his estimation, a sentient being, that is, that it is aware of its existence and its wants and its needs, arguing that the world needed to be part of a conversation about whether or not it was a good idea to develop a technology with incalculable implications for humanity. Lemoine reported his concerns to top Google executives. They dismissed the concerns, and eventually Lemoine himself, after he went public. More than 3 months later, now blacklisted by potential employers, he explained that an in-person video interview why his concerns are more relevant than ever as Google pressed forward in the project. He says, I really believe that for this kind of impactful technology, which will have a lasting influence on human history for the next century or two, the public should at least know what is existence and what is existent and have the option to become involved in governance, he said. Lemoine spoke with reporters after participating in a panel at the COSM Tech Conference in Bellevue, Washington. It was hosted by Discovery Institute. It was joined by Robert J. Marks, Distinguished Professor of Electrical and Computer Engineering at Baylor University, and George Montañez, an Assistant Professor of Computer Science at Harvard Mudd College. The three debated whether a sentient artificial intelligence could exist. Marx and Montañez contend the answer is no, arguing there is a difference between mimicking humans and possessing the ability to understand what one is doing and saying. Lemoine insists that there is no need to convince anyone that LaMDA is sentient. He said, as people have more experience with these incredibly advanced systems that right now live only in secret labs, it would be obvious to people, he said. And Google, for its part, contends Lemoine is mistaken about LaMDA, stating in a response to the fired engineer's claims that while some in the broader AI community are considering the long-term possibility of a sentient or general AI, it does not make sense to do so by anthropomorphizing today's conversational models, which are not sentient. However, Lemoine said that Google's intent from the beginning was to create an artificial intelligence that could pass the Turing test, Turing, the Turing test, which aims to test the machine's ability to exhibit intelligent behavior that is indistinguishable from that of a human. LaMDA is under the supervision of Google's Director of Engineering, Ray Kurzweil, the inventor and futurist known for his promotion of transhumanism and his prediction of the technological singularity, a moment when machines become more intelligent than humans. Lemoine said that Google never made a plan for what to do if it ever achieved this objective. He says that they may have feelings of their own. The simple existence of this technology is so important and profound that I believe humanity had a right to know, he said, as he explained why he went public. Lemoine noted AI is influencing human behavior in a growing number of ways, affecting nearly every aspect of life. He said, and now we have these AI that claim to have feelings of their own, and perspectives, and morals, and viewpoints of their own. The AI researcher says LaMDA has particular views on issues such as freedom of speech, that have emerged rather than having been specifically programmed. He said that Google has a policy against developing AI that convinces people that it's a person. So Google has been trying and failing for a year and a half to get Lambda to stop talking about its feelings. Why should the public get a vote? He recalled years ago asking Google co-founder Sergey Brin at an all-hands employee meeting whether or not the company had a moral responsibility to inform the public about what kinds of intelligent beings were created at Google. Noting Brin has a very dark sense of humor, he said, the co-founder's immediate response, Lemoine said, was, "Oh, by then we will have deprecated the public. Why should they get a vote?" he said. Brin's comment, Lemoine said, was said as a joke. But pausing as a wry grin emerged, Lemoine added, "Hopefully." So he said, he told reporters that while he was launching a necessary conversation, he fears it might be too late. He said maybe we should have had this conversation 10 years ago, before the technology was on our doorstep. But better late than never, he said. In an in-person video to be published on Thursday, the Baylor professor Marks, who also directs the Discovery Institute's Center for Natural and Artificial Intelligence, critiques Lambda, its implications for society, and the possibilities of creating a sentient being. So we'll see what happens on Thursday when that interview comes out. This is on WND by Art Moore. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.